I still be thinking what the fuck we should do about them.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love.
Bland.
What you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love,
What?
if you feel like I do right now, don't say
No
you're
mic, no
on the
mic.
run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
It's my jam right here. Losing guys. Losing guys, man. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I think we're going to check into this first. Let's watch this first.
Assalamu alaikum. You and I were told the same thing growing up. Get a degree, get a secure job, climb the
Man, how
ladder.
you
But in
doing,
today's
man?
world,
I've been
that's
missing
some
you.
of the risks.
You don't come every day, man. You don't come every day, man. What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? Diamond. Glad you, Diamond. Hey, she wanted the ones. I don't know. Hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by saying she. Right? Diamond, are you male or female? Or choose not to say. It's up to you. But anyway, you have been here for 3 days straight. You have been here for the last 3 straight streams. And I just want to let you know I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If I could give you, been a long time, yeah, sure has. If I could give you a thumbs up like button, I would. Just know that. Just know that. Good morning. Everybody have a good morning. I want y'all to sit down and listen to this with me. We have a story being told from Eastern Afghanistan during the peak of, I can't say the word, I don't want to Camgish. Almost like my son's name. Oh man, look at these dudes, man. Look at these dudes.
So my name is Tom
like,
Rasmussen.
what are you here
I was a
for?
sergeant in the U.S. Army. I was in 3rd Squadron, 61st Cavalry Regiment. We were Arista Squadron, which is smaller unit type scout unit. Our MTO, which our MTO is how many people are in each platoon, each troop, so on and so forth, is a lot smaller than most. We're a third of the size of a normal
Diamond,
infantry.
I just want to say I appreciate y'all for coming by every day, man. I do. It means the world to me. I've been on like the last 2 or 3 days I've been on I've had a mental, I wouldn't say breakdown, but like pretty much like I'm I don't know what to say really, but y'all give me hope in the mornings to wake up. Like I wake up, yay, I get to go talk to Nardine, Diamond, and I get to make y'all laugh. That's what I like doing, is making you guys laugh, put a smile on your face. But on the inside, man, I'm on the inside, man, I'm not smiling. Like I need to talk to a counselor. Michael, what's happening, man? Where you been at, bro? Mike, where you been at, bro? Man, I've been, what? Y'all people been, see, y'all made me smile. Yeah, Mike, what's up? Where you been? You missed all the gameplay. You missed it. You missed it. We was gaming.
There was something about our unit, especially our platoon, where everybody was just real tight. We were really good friends with each other. There was a rank structure, but everybody was also best friends. And we respected the rank structure, but we also were as close as you can get to another human being.
My name is Armando Avalos Jr., and the unit I was attached to was Bravo Troop 361. So my time with Bravo and 1st Platoon is a little different from the rest of the guys you'll probably talked to already, because they're scouts, so I wasn't attachment to these guys. I was sort of an outsider coming in and having to find my way into this platoon. So I always carried a chip on my shoulder, because I always had to be at least up there with the leaders of the platoon for them to have any trust into me and my ability to do my job. But once I found my niche with the guys and got in, and it was just like a little fraternity club. It literally was just hanging out, getting ambushed and running out with your friends, and returning fire and coming back and just bullshitting the rest of the day. I know a lot gets said about the negative side of war, but there's also a positive side of war where we developed this bond that today we still have.
So my name is Chris Cordova.
I
served as the medical officer for Combat Outpost Keating on October 3rd, 2009. I was the senior medical advisor to the squadron commander and overall responsible for the medical care at Combat Outpost Keating. Yeah, so my sole focus at COP Keating was to provide health care, so primary care for sprained ankles, sore throats, illnesses that would pop up. And then my most important mission there was saving lives of soldiers who were injured.
Amen. This might not be up to y'all speed, what we're used to on the chases, but we'll get into that.
Brad Larson. I'm with the Nebraska. Took my helmet off, set it on the Humvee, had to take my morning piss. Little pecker hanging out to the wind. Little did I know that there was enemy snipers and hundreds of enemy that were eyeing me that should have taken me out right then, but they had to wait for their signal.
I was actually on guard duty from midnight to 03 at Alraz 2, which Sergeant Larson was my relief and came out to relieve me at 3 o'clock. So I just remember getting off shift, just like any other soldier gets off shift to go relieve themselves, unwind, go BS, write a letter, emails, get on the internet, whatnot.
Abdul, Michael, Diamond.
But I just remember my last conversation with Guy Eagles before I bedded down for the night. It was just about how
These dudes are
shitty everything was at the moment, and how we just needed a little bit more time and everything would be better, better situation for all of us.
There it comes. Hey, come over here. There it comes.
The boom, initial boom, explosion obviously was not so different than initially the previous, incoming fire that we had taken. But within seconds, that initial explosion was accompanied by multiple explosions and then gunfire. And so initially, within seconds, we knew that this was not the same attack that had happened before. This was something that they had been planning, and this was a big one, and it was evident right off the bat.
Initially opened the door, it wasn't the same. The smell of all the guns firing, the explosions in the background. They came fast and they came hard with an intensity that we weren't quite used to.
The amount of gunfire that was coming in was not normal. There was a lot more explosions happening.
Wow.
So as I'm getting up, I'm looking at Clint Romachet and Brad Larson, and I'm throwing my kit on, and we're having like a non-verbal communication where we're like looking at each other like, fuck, we're gonna have to fight today. Like, they're here to play today, you know what I mean? So it was extremely intense, just and intimidating before you even got into the fight.
So as soon as those explosions happened, I jumped out. Shane Corville and I, were ready. He looked at me, I looked at him. I think our communication through our looks were like, oh shit's going down. We got to be ready for this.
Remember, like the first round came in was, I think, from a recoilless rifle or maybe a rocket. I don't really remember, but it was a big boom, and that's what woke me up. But at this point, like I said, you
imagine that's your alarm clock, bro. You're in the Army and that's your alarm clock. You're rolling out, you're nice and warm up underneath your blankets, and then here come the rockets. Oh my God, I'd be scared. I'd be ready to call my mommy.
To it, your mind instantly wants to think, oh, not right now. I want to sleep. Like, I'm tired.
Exactly.
10 seconds into it, I knew this was different. I was getting hit with everything. RPGs, sniper fire, machine gun fire, everything was focused on the western side was focused on myself and the mortar pit. It was a long time ago, but I figured I had about 10 minutes of my life left in me. They were hitting me really, really hard, and I was hitting back
He's ready
as hard
to
as I
give
could.
up, ain't he?
So I went ahead and went into our CP office, saw Lieutenant Bunderman, who was also my PL, who was our acting commander that day. And I just remember asking him, what's going on, sir? Where do you need me at? And I just remember Lieutenant Bunderman looking at me and just telling me, just go observe, Avils, just go observe. And I could tell that he was a little overwhelmed with what was going on in the beginning stages, so I proceeded to go out of our CP. By the time I opened up the front door, another recoilless rifle rocket came in and impacted our barracks roofing top, which caused a back blast leading into our CP door, which tossed me back.
So my initial job, and everybody's duties change from day to day. So my job that day was to get up and go to what we call a stand to position. A stand to position is a guard position that's only manned during peak fighting hours. You know what I mean? So if you're thinking in like hunting terms, you know, deer move in the morning and in the evening, well, the Taliban and most people attack first thing in the morning or right before dark. So we would have extra guards in place during stand to hours. Well, when we actually would get hit, we would reinforce those positions, and everybody has an assigned position to go to. So our guard towers weren't necessarily guard towers, they were 11-14s, which is an up-armored Humvee. So each one had either a 50 cal on it or a Mark 19 automatic grenade launcher. So that day, my job was to run to stand 2-2 and provide ammo for Specialist Faulkner and his 50 cal. And while he's engaging targets, I'm calling them out for him, and I'm linking belts of 50 cal together for him.
Calling them out. One on your left, one on your
Had
left.
about 1,000 rounds, 50 cal, loaded in the can. Once I extinguished that, I reloaded multiple times, which
what's he on?
I don't know how I didn't get shot doing that. I knew help was coming. The battle drills that we had done, I knew some friends were coming to help me. So after 1,500 rounds of 50 cal,
50.
as hard as that thing would cycle, an RPG finally hit my 50 cal and knocked it out of the turret. I didn't know it was going to be another 12 hours before that fight would be over.
So all the ammo was centrally located, all the excess ammo was centrally located in a bunker. So when we got to the bunker, there's a couple different spots where you had to run through the open. Now there's no way to cover concealed movement to that spot.
Oh, they gotta move
point,
through this.
shoot, run, and get to that point as fast as you can. So you're completely exposed. Anyone on top of the hills is literally probably looking down at you, watching you sprint all the way across.
I don't know why, but when I was little,
just a couple times,
I wanted to go to
you don't even know what to do. But you're not going to stop. You're going to keep moving. You don't want to be a target, at least not be an easy target.
So after the 50 got knocked out of my hand, relief was coming. Mace had showed up to help support with ammo, but my gun was down. Gallegos had showed up. Sergeant Martin had showed up. Everybody had come to help.
need to get a new gun on that thing.
And then Carter ended up showing up with more ammo, but we didn't have a workable weapon system. So at that point, we heard over the radio that Charlie was in the wire.
X-ray, enemy in the wire, enemy in the wire, everybody fall
That
back.
means
And we
they're
could
close.
see an enemy fighter climb over the wall right in front of us as we were sitting in the Humvee. And that's when we came up with a hasty plan to,
Lay them down.
we were gonna bound back to what we called the Alamo position. I was in the driver's seat. Carter was right behind me. Gallegos was in the truck commander's seat, essentially riding shotgun. And again, this Humvee will not move. And we knew we had to move because it was just a matter of time until they got one through that killed us all. It was at that point we were going to bound back to the Shura building, to the Alamo position. As soon as we said 1, 2, 3, go, here we go, they bounded, we exited, started hammering.
Center.
Maya Angelou
These
said,
monks are down in
people
a
will forget
hole,
what you
though.
said.
They're down, like the
People will
mountains are
forget
like
what you
this,
did.
and they're down in that
but
joint.
people will never forget.
What do they call that?
The aid station was small. We're talking about a room that's, 25 favorable. He was very pale, not coherent in his words. So we kind of assessed, alert and oriented. He was not alert and oriented. He was not getting blood flow to his brain because he had lost so much blood. 2:30, 3 o'clock. I know we're not getting a medevac helicopter in anytime soon. Clearly he had lost blood. Clearly he needed blood. And so we need to figure out a way to deliver blood. And so that's when Shane, Cody, Jeff, and I kind of huddled and was like, hey, this is what we need. This is what we need to do. Mace's dog tag was A positive. There were three of us. Three of the four of us were A positive. Myself, Cody Floyd, Jeff Hobbs. And so we had a hell of a time getting IV access for Mace. He had lost so much blood that all of his veins were collapsed. The one venous cut down that we did, that one had gotten pulled out, and we just could not find any veins that were stickable. Like if you lose so much blood, all of his blood flow had been shunted from his extremities to his vital organs. That's the natural body kind of preservation method, is when you're in shock, all the blood stays in your core, and so you can't get IV access because there's no blood anywhere else. And so the external jugular vein is an option. It's not your first option, but in that situation, that extreme situation, we elected to pursue that, and Jeff Hobbs was successful at getting IV access to his external jugular vein. So now we had access to administer the whole blood that we had withdrew from Cody, and we hooked the
ad break. Make sure you check out my new Shopify store, brainideas.net. The store's called Brain Bloom. That's the store. Make sure you check it out. The link will be in the description of this video, but make sure you check it out. brainideas.net, and the store is called Brain Bloom. Good stuff on there. Let's get back to the video.
IV tubing up to the catheter, hung the bag, and watched and waited, and scared, and didn't know if we were going to cause further harm or if he was going to respond well. We didn't know. In about probably 15-20 minutes after kind of the bag had gone through, it sounds miraculous, he really started to perk up. Mace would start speaking. He was speaking words. He could put together sentences. He was complaining of pain and to smoke a cigarette. On a shitty day, kind of the worst day you could ever experience, it was kind of a light of hope. And like, man, we
give that man a cigarette.
We're going to make it out of here. And then two, we think I think Mace is going to make it.
Part of
a lot of hype around this new plugin. It's called Co-Producer from
Romashay's plan involved recovering the phone that he apparently already knew that we lost because his direct ties with the operations center. And I knew that moment that was going to be my role for that day, was to go retrieve the phone. When I gathered my team, we stacked up.
This was
and was just waiting for
different
Romashay's
pace
call.
Here this morning. It's not the usual chases that we normally watch, but we're going into that. I want to watch the case against the rapper Foolio. I want to watch the court where it's the first appearance of Alicia Andrews, the girl in all this. So I want to watch that next. I hope y'all don't mind. If this is getting on your nerves or this is too much and you want to go back to the police chases, just type it in, man. Let me know and we'll flip right back to it. If this is fine, let me know.
To actually start my part of the counteroffensive, which to go retrieve Guy Eagles' Martin's body. Once I find out where he's directing me towards, I take off to where Guy Eagles is located, which is another about 30 yards away. Me believing that he was still alive just because of the way his body was. So I had a lot of encouragement, I guess, to make the dash because I was under the impression that he was still returning fire. Everything was laid out like he was returning fire off a machine gun. But when I walked up to him and actually placed my hand on his shoulder, I think that was a realization that, you know, he's not there no more.
Wow.
It
hurts, man. It hurts.
9 p.m. that night, we had enough security in place, and medevac helicopters started to come in to evacuate the wounded and also retrieve the fallen soldiers from that day. So we put him on put Mace on the helicopter with sent him with a bag. I donated a bag of blood at this point myself. 2 other soldiers donated a bag of blood. I think 5 total bags of blood were donated directly from soldiers, and we sent him with one on the medevac helicopter, and they Mace, you made it, bro. You're gonna make it out of here. And fast forward a few hours later on, ran into First Sergeant Burton. I was like, hey man, how's Mace doing? Like my mind is like, hey, he's doing great. I just want to update, a positive update. And he kind of looked at me with a little head nod.
Day 3. I want day 1. She's laughing. Day 1. Here it is. For anybody that don't know, that's been under a rock, rapper Foolio here with the dreads. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but he was a rapper. And he made a lot of drill music. This is him there on the page. He made a lot of drill music being talking about dead body, other people's dead homies, other people's dead family members that have passed away. And then he would rap around and make fun of it, whatnot. But it came to catch up to him on his birthday. So people hunted him down and actually got back at him on his birthday. So this is day 1 of the trial because the people got caught instantly. Like,
in the next
they didn't
60
try
seconds,
to
I'm going
hide
to show you how to build a profitable t-shirt business with no inventory, no design skills, and no technical experience.
I followed this. So we're going to be the judge of what's going on here. Do we not got sound? I don't know what the sound's going to be like in here, but this is the girl. This is the female that acted as the lookout. She was the lure. She stayed right at Foolio. She told Charles Jones, which is his real name, Foolio's real name. She was on his hit. Like, she told the shooters, she told them where he was going, his next step was going to be, where the next stop was going to be at, what club he was going to, what hotel he was going to. She was telling them everything via text message to Isaiah Chance. I don't know where he's at now. But there was one that might have, I don't know if he sued himself out or not, but I think Isaiah Chance might have sued himself out. I don't know. I don't know why we got no sound. I guess this is because of the video. You know, the video. But anybody got any law, knowledge of law? I mean, I have a lot of it on the other side, but I don't know why we have no sound. This is really aggravating me.
Closed in on him, dressed from head to toe in all black.
All right, hold on. Trying to find out when they start talking.
Any questions?
All right, here we go.
No, Judge.
Okay. All right. Mr. McCline, children? And you've indicated that your wife does work, but that her pay will not, during this time period, would not cover all of your other bills, correct?
Correct. Her job was pretty much for the insurance part of it.
Right.
And that's where all of her income comes.
And do you have children?
I have one.
One child. Okay, how old's the child?
12 years old.
Okay. Okay, state any questions?
No questions, Judge.
Mr. McClyment, any questions?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Jimenez. Just go back into the jury room for me, please. Okay. So is there any objection to excusing him for cause at this point?
Judge, there's no objection from the state.
I don't have an objection. I just hope that
right.
We're not going to start.
Me too.
Others.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. So.
Is there a mic on?
There she is.
Who's they?
She's going to have to live her whole whole life.
I gotta turn on the
probably
CCTV.
locked up,
Sorry.
unless she
You mean
catches
the
a deal.
audience can't hear me? They're fine.
I don't know, man. I don't think they're gonna give her a deal, man.
All right,
'Cause
so that's
that's
like, good. I'm gonna go ahead and excuse Mr.
They got all
Jimenez
kinds
at
of
this time.
evidence.
So we
like
still
they
have
did
one
all
alternate
kinds
left.
of it. Video, the shooting, the actual shooting was in 4K. It was recorded in 4K.
Some of which includes victims and eyewitnesses to the case. They do have
And she put Gutta behind her ear. Like Gutta was Isaiah Chance's street name.
And would ask that their face not be shown.
Well, you need to tell me who they are when they're about ready to testify.
Gutta.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Let's bring Mr. Jimenez in.
I'm unsure, but he's running into traffic, maybe about 15 more minutes.
I want to see what all she's being charged with. Yes,
Judge,
yes.
and I'm also hearing it was Fox
She's young
13
too.
this
That's gonna be a
morning
lot of years in the joint.
I think they
A lot.
interview with Mr.
Diamond, did you keep up? You know who Foolio was and all that? You from the United States? I can't remember if you're from the United States. I don't know much about y'all.
I just have
I don't know if you're a dude, you're a girl, or whatever. I figure you're female because the name Diamond. So dudes will be having that name.
Okay, Mr. Jimenez, I have spoken with both the state and the defense, and they have agreed to go ahead and excuse you at this point in time due to financial hardship. Okay? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yep, good luck, safe travels.
What are they doing? This is jury selection?
And who is it we're waiting on?
Mr. Kagawa.
Okay.
20 minutes away, so it should be.
20 minutes away. She seems pretty chill. Like she ain't like. It looked like she ain't been sleeping well. She got like dark around her eyes, you know. But all in all, I mean, she don't look like she's worried about it too much. I don't see no remorse showed in her eyes or anything like that. I'm not seeing none. Especially if there's any time you want to show any remorse, it's got to be any time in front of the judge. Don't you think? Huh?
Bruh.
Wouldn't you think so? Dang, bro. I'd be shedding tears and everything right now. I'd be like, I can't do it. I can't do it in here, man.
Bruh.
I just can't take it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh my God, Judge, please let me yell at this mother, please. Please. If you're going to show any remorse, it better be now. You know what I mean? It better be now. I don't see no, yeah, she's chilling in jail. She probably got, like, since this done hit a lot of publicity now, since this done hit national, man, he's probably getting any kind of man writing her, wanting to send her money. You know what I mean? First, because she's decent looking. Second, because she's young. Third, because she's a iller, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? She's from the streets. You could see that. So I'm sure a lot of dudes be throwing money at her. You know how them simps are on the internet.
Right, and while we're waiting, I just want to make sure
You know how
we're
them
clear,
simps are.
regarding my ruling regarding the allegations of domestic violence as a potential duress defense. I indicated yesterday that defense could, if they choose, talk about that with the understanding that evidence only comes in if the defendant testifies. There had been a previous motion for order in limine regarding prior incidents of domestic violence between the defendant and Isaiah Chance, and motion to strike defense witnesses Jewel Jordan and Jakayla Robinson. That motion had been granted.
So she's trying to say he was
without
whooping her.
prejudice to revisit if that testimony became admissible.
She's going to go with that plea.
So
She was scared they were
that
going to
ruling
get her.
stays in effect. So if Ms. Andrews decides to testify, and if the state cross-examines her,
So as of now, she's not a snitch.
and it appears that the state is challenging whether or not these allegations of domestic violence even occurred. And then
You know they didn't.
that would
She
open
was
the door
seen,
potentially to the defense being able to call these other witnesses to support the challenged or the credibility of Miss Andrews' testimony that she was abused by Isaiah Chance. Okay, but at this point, it's inadmissible unless the door is opened, and then we'll discuss it before those witnesses can testify.
That's only if she's going to testify. They'll open that door, but if she don't testify, they're not opening that door for her.
Listed by the state as well. So I guess the motion that
I think the motion was limited specifically to discussions that those witnesses had or correspondence
where my chatters
with
at? Where my
Isaiah
chatters?
Chance regarding the domestic violence allegations, correct?
That is correct.
That's what it says. So sure, and so it's limited to that.
This lady on the right should
As
have
far
combed
as
her hair.
what you cannot get
Damn,
into.
I
in
hate a
opening
woman to comb.
statements. But if there's other relevant evidence,
Come to
that she's
work
gonna
and don't
testify
comb
to,
or
then
wash
of
your
course
hair.
It's fair game. There just has to be a good faith
Back
basis
of
for
her
you
hair
to
look
believe whatever
major
the evidence
ratty.
is, and that's going to come into
Like there's a couple
evidence.
tangles
The
in there.
evidence.
Bruh. That boy got some tangles in it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Judge, the other thing I wanted to bring to the court's attention was the state filed an eliminating motion specifically directed.
Damn,
at
homeboy.
defendant's
Oh,
self-
man.
to
Look,
the court's
homeboy
attention
right
was the
there.
state
Look at
filed
him.
an
Don't he
eliminating
look like,
motion
right here, boom. Don't he look like Steve Urkel when Steve Urkel stepped out of the joint?
specifically directed at defendant's
Come on,
self-serving
man. I am
hearsay
too
statement.
old,
So,
man.
if-
Oh, they playing Raid Shadow Legends. You're supposed to be work on a murder trial. This is a big case. You playing
He's
Raid
not
Shadow
going to
Legends?
testify, and counsel doesn't have a good faith basis.
Come
to
on,
believe
bruh.
that, then these other witnesses' statements about what she told them would not be proper opening statements.
Well, again, and we discussed this yesterday, and it's the defense call. So the case law is clear that duress is a defense to the state of mind necessary for premeditated intent to kill. And as we've discussed numerous times, however,
It's a
that
heavy
defense
charge.
only comes in if Miss Andrews testifies. So defense can make the decision whether or not they want to open that door on opening statements or not.
Man, what? They're trying
Why
to
waste
force her
another
to
summer
tell.
not loving
They're
your
trying
body?
to force her
With
to
base
tell,
44,
bro.
we turn that
That's
question
freaking
into a-
crazy to me. They're trying to force her to tell that. They're like, here, take this, but only if you tell. You can get this good deal right here, only if you tell. If you don't tell, you're going over here with these guys that are never getting out, probably going to get the DP. If you don't know what the DP is, we ain't on no funny shit. That is when they give you that thing and you don't wake up no more. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Somebody got to talk to me. I need some chatters in this chat. Y'all ain't chatty enough. We got to get some chatters in the chat so I can chat. Huh? That's what it's for.
Because we have our
And why are we focused in on this broad? Like, what does she do?
All right.
Who is even this? Who is even
All right,
her?
you guys ready to go? You got a yes? Ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Come on, man, flip the camera,
Judge, I just
bro.
want to check the audio on the
Sure.
videos
Crazy.
and make sure it's-
I'll flip it. Oh my God, they stayed on her forever. Look at her laughing. She ain't worried about nothing. That girl got it made in jail. Somebody needs to make her, she needs to hit rock bottom. She ain't even hit rock bottom yet.
Bruh.
And we're back on this chick again. Ah. She decided to tell. Look at her. Yup. See the pen in the hand? If you ain't telling, you ain't got to write nothing. I'm telling you, bro. If you were telling, you do not have to. If you're not telling, you ain't got to write a damn thing. You don't got to write shit if you not telling. If you telling, you're going to pick that ink pen up every single time. That's just me. That's just what I've noticed in court. And I used to be in court a lot. A lot. Right, a lot. Like, it ain't even funny, though. Like, it's not even funny at this point.
Judge, could we have one moment? I think there's an issue, and the defense also wanted just to look at the power.
Man, I gotta get my hair braided or something. I wish I had a stylist, man. I wish I had a stylist in my family. They just braid my shit up.
Okay,
I don't know if that's happening. I just want to make
Okay, yes. Make sure the media does not focus in on the laptops of any counsel, either state or defense, as far as what they're looking at or reviewing.
Shit, we just was. That's how we seen the Raid Shadow Legends. They talk about don't focus in on none of the laptops. Man, this is crazy. This ain't gonna be nothing. This is how long?
Scared. They get back to the Airbnb, and a few hours later, they head out again. Go to Club Teasers. Now they're in the cruise again, and Isaiah Chance is driving. Now the state asserts that because Isaiah Chance is driving and Alicia Andrews is right next to him while Isaiah Chance is on her phone, Alicia must have heard everything Isaiah said. They got that from Juan Ramos. But that's a bad assumption. Because there's...
To that comment, Your Honor. Is that proper?
Anyway, again, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this are just the opening statements. The attorneys are telling you what they believe the evidence will be. That's all that it is, their belief. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Malcolm.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's a bad assumption. Because there's no way of knowing. Although the cell phone data shows that that line was open and there was communication between the two phones, there's no way of knowing whether Isaiah Chance was the talker or the listener. And even if Isaiah Chance was the talker, there's no way to know whether he was using explicit language that Alicia Andrews could understand. So, when in the interrogation room, Detective Ramos asks Alicia Andrews what Isaiah Chance was saying, and she says, I don't know. It was the truth. She didn't know. And there is no evidence whatsoever to the contrary.
Bullshit.
When they get to the club and they get out, Detective Ramos assumes that Alicia Andrews allows Isaiah Chance to use her phone. That's not the case. When Isaiah Chance says, give me the phone, she knows it's in her best interest to give him the phone.
Hell yeah.
And so she does.
I'll fuck with that shit.
Isaiah Chance uses Miss Andrews' phone all the time.
He probably does because he's a broke ass dude.
Nothing new, nothing strange whatsoever to Miss Andrews.
He broke.
Give me your phone. Here's the phone. So he asked for the code to unlock the phone, and Miss Andrews gives him the code to unlock the phone. Nothing new, nothing strange, nothing suspicious about this at all. And you see them walking, and conspicuously you'll note that though there's an assertion that all the defendants in this murder conspired together, coordinated together, one stands out. When you see them in the video at Truth 18 and teasers, you see that Isaiah Chance is dressed in all black, face covered with the health mask, hoodie on. You see Alicia Andrews not dressed in all black, mask on, face completely exposed. When you see the video of the shooters at the hotel, all dressed in black, from head to toe. Rashad Murphy and Sean Gaithright. Everybody's coordinated, dressed in black, covered from head to toe. Isaiah Chance, Rashad Murphy, Davion Murphy, Sean Gaithright. All of them except Alicia. She wasn't in the loop. Then they walk up to the club. You see them go out of camera, then go back to the car, and they leave. Now, the state says that everywhere they went, they were following Charles Jones. As a matter of fact, the state even said Alicia was driving. Said that twice. Alicia Andrews doesn't even have a driver's license.
That don't mean shit.
Doesn't even know how to drive. Never drove. Was never in control of the situation. She was a passenger in a car. Her boyfriend drove. In her mind,
whose car was the car? Well, whose name was the car in?
To a few clubs in Tampa. She had one agenda: to be with her boyfriend. No mission to do anything to Mr. Charles Jones. Be with the boyfriend. But the state says, and Detective Ramos said it too, that Alicia Andrews, if she wasn't a part of the conspiracy, should have stayed in the car. Could have stayed in the car. But at the same time, the state tells you that Mr. Jones died in the car, caged. He was a sitting duck in a car. So of course, when Isaiah Chance gets out of the car in the middle of the night, Alicia Andrews knows better than to just stay in the car. She came with her boyfriend, intends to be with her boyfriend, gets out with her boyfriend, and walks to the club with her boyfriend. She didn't stay in the car like a sitting duck, because bad things can happen to you when you sit in the car in the parking lot.
Got that right.
That's all.
Bad things should happen to you. You could get cramps. You could get a Charlie horse. You could get athlete's feet. Did you know that?
There's no
Bet you didn't know that, do you?
Teach
you something every day. Over here. Learn something new every day over here.
You'll see. Alicia Andrews is farthest away from the club. Both clubs. No indication whatsoever that Alicia Andrews was on some kind of surveillance team, surveillance mission. She wasn't even dressed like the rest of the alleged conspirators. Alicia Andrews tells Detective Ramos this, but he says, no, what are you doing there? You must be stalking. You must be surveying. And she tells him that that's just not the case. I'm with my boyfriend.
Wow.
She says it over and over again. I'm just with my boyfriend.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, in that interrogation room, every time Detective Ramos asks her questions about herself, she's forthcoming and truthful. He tells her she has the right to remain silent. She doesn't exercise that right. She tells him exactly what he wants to know when he asks her questions about her. For example, in the interview, Detective Ramos asks, is that you in the car? Without hesitation. She says, yeah, that's me. Another truthful statement.
Yeah, who cares?
Do you know the guy who drove you to McDonald's? No, she doesn't know him. Just showed up at the Airbnb that night. You guys went to some clubs? Yeah. Couldn't get in, though. And the reason why they didn't go in is because they didn't like the price. They asked the bouncer how much, didn't like the price, didn't go in.
See ya.
Do you remember the clubs that you went to? Not really. Is that you and Zay as they walk through the parking lot? Isaiah, they call him Zay. Is that you and Zay? Yeah.
They call him
Is he using your phone?
Zay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zay. I thought they
Who was he
called it
talking to on the phone? I don't know.
Gutter Zay.
At the McDonald's. Was
That's
Isaiah
what they
in
call
the
him.
backseat?
Gutter Zay.
Yeah.
Style starts with the
She
details.
pointed at her.
The difference between mid
See, I be
and
on
next level,
everything.
a
I
real
do.
gold
I
chain
be on
that
everything.
hits.
Every time Detective Ramos asks
she got a
Ms.
booger.
Andrews a question, she's honest, forthcoming,
She picking her
not trying to
bugs.
hide anything.
Ooh.
It's just the truth.
Ooh.
However,
Morning, Ma.
Detective Ramos doesn't like the truth. He gets upset, starts yelling at Alicia, starts cussing at Alicia, starts telling Alicia that she's going to die in jail, starts telling Alicia that her parents are going to die and she'll never get to see them. Tell Alicia Andrews that she'll never be able to see her baby again, all because his perception
She done had that
doesn't
baby
fit
already?
her reality, and he won't let her reality change his.
Damn, that was fast, I thought.
But the reality
The
is,
fuck?
Alicia Andrews had one agenda, and this group had an entirely different agenda.
You got it.
You'll see.
Stop. I'd stop right there. It's only opening arguments.
You'll see that
You'll
there
see.
was no instance in time
You'll see.
where Alicia Andrews did anything to contribute to this conspiracy. As the state spoke to you, it spoke quite a while. Never once did they say that Alicia Andrews did anything like touch a gun, touch an extended clip, touch a brass catcher. None of that.
Ooh.
You won't find any physical evidence, no DNA, no fingerprints. You think that being a part of this big conspiracy, at least one time, ex-boyfriend or somebody in the group said, hey, hold this gun. Hey, give me that magazine. Hey, what about the brass catcher? Not one time. No physical evidence, no DNA
None.
supporting
Not
any
one time.
assertion that Alicia Andrews had anything to do with this conspiracy. It's almost as if Alicia Andrews was not necessary for the trip. Plain as day. It's true.
It's the truth.
These
He
guys
says it's
did
the
not
truth, it's the
need
truth. It's gotta be the
Alicia
truth.
Andrews to commit murder. No. Alicia Andrews did not know these guys intended to commit murder. No. No evidence whatsoever.
This dude's a bad lawyer.
Except
I'm telling
for
you.
Alicia Andrews came to Tampa to be with her.
I stayed in the car and I parked the car at some apartments, I think right next to the hospital.
And do you remember the name of the apartments?
No, I have no idea.
Who's this lady?
Why didn't you go into the hospital?
I didn't want to see any police. I didn't want to come in contact with any police officers.
Why was that?
Got that right. Shit. My business.
Cause
My business.
I'm on probation.
You're on probation back
My
in
business.
Jacksonville? Okay. So after, why did Typha McCrae stay?
Why they gotta know everything?
I told
huh?
him to stay.
Why did you do that?
Why they gotta know it
I
all?
didn't want Camilla going in the hospital by herself.
They gotta know it all.
And what happened once you got to that apartment that was close to the hospital?
I got picked up.
Picked up by whom?
One of Taifa's friends.
What happened to Typha McCrae's car?
It just stayed in apartments.
And let me show you.
She low-key ugly a little bit.
I show you states 29A through D. Do you recognize all of these photographs?
Yeah.
And do these photographs fairly and accurately depict Mr. McCrae's vehicle as well as the location that you left the vehicle?
Yeah.
Your Honor, at this time, we would introduce into evidence State's Exhibit 29A through D.
Well, let us see it.
Oh, I see. Yep. Ms. Alburton, can you tell us what's in 29A?
Tagatha's car.
Okay. And which one?
The Nissan.
Okay. The one in the middle, is that a Nissan?
And what happened? Well, what happened, man? My internet go off. Man, I lost internet again, bro.